What is up, friends? Welcome back for another episode of Kenobi. After the last one, getting so many great payoffs and some fantastic scenes between Vader and Kenobi, I'm really excited to see what the second half of the season holds in store for us. I would hope and assume that that's not the last time we're going to see Vader, but also not the last time we're going to see Kenobi and Vader in the same scene, especially because my guess is that the third sister is going to bring Leia straight to him, or at least to a location where he's likely to be around, because capturing her is definitely the biggest power play you could make at getting that Grand Inquisitor position. But really looking forward to this episode with you all, and hopefully you enjoy watching along with me for it. If you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, helps the videos out, and of course full-length reactions are always available on Patreon, link for that in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 4. Man, yikes, without his cloak, the injuries look a whole lot worse. Vader's not the only one who's recovering in one of these.
The years have made you weak. You should have killed me when you had a chance.
Dude looks so freaky in that state, Vader that is, getting rightfully haunted by that memory.
Get him on the first transport out of here. You put us all in danger.
I need your help. Someone very important to me has been taken. I need your help to get her back.
That's not my problem.
Well, I wish that were true.
Yeah, the fate of the galaxy pretty much rests on her, and Luke for that matter, staying safe.
I can't lose her. You've no idea what the Empire is capable of.
I had a wife once. I knew exactly what she was before we got married. We tried to hide it, and the Inquisitors found her anyway.
Oh, fascinating. No wonder he's so passionate about all this. That's devastating for him.
Look, if you want my help, you got it.
Love to hear that. Need all hands on deck right now. Love all this technology kind of being hidden. Gotta be tough to get this up and running. Yo, I love seeing TIE fighters, but you can't be showing me those if they don't intend to use them. Would love to get a chase sequence. Man, it is so risky for her to be here, but the fact that she's walking and nobody's stopping her makes me think her cover is still intact.
Identification. No admittance without clearance.
I have Officer Class C.
Now.
I guess here is the real test. I love the scale of this structure, though.
This isn't your sector.
And you are?
I am the lead security on this level.
Then I'm your commanding officer, and you will address me as sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with classified intelligence. Do you know what classified means?
Yes, sir.
And why am I wasting my breath on you?
Nice, man. She knows how to handle herself. Took care of that real quick. Good ally to have right now.
Ben, I'm overriding an entry port. It should be right ahead of you.
This is awesome. I haven't seen one of those little breathing apparatus things since episode 1. Oh, I thought he was gonna dress up as a stormtrooper. That would be a good disguise, but it would definitely be hard to move.
It's the sister contest.
You're strong.
Nice, love to see it. She's got powers with the Force, doesn't even realize it yet, but it's already helping her out.
I had a droid when I was younger, too. It was taken from me, like everything else. God, look at this.
Very interesting piece of dialogue right there. Don't get much opportunity to learn about her backstory.
Kenobi is gone. The people you're trying to protect, they are not coming for you. We're all on the same side here. These people, they'll leave you too.
Sounds kind of personal the way she's talking about him right there, but it's obviously just manipulation tactics.
I'll have to tell my father first. That's okay, right? You said we're all on the same side.
Nice try, princess. I hope you like pain.
I'll never tell you where they are.
Leia is staying strong for her age. I'm impressed. True fighter.
Let go! Let go! Help! Somebody help! Help me, please! doing?
The Empire is always so extreme with their little torture chambers they have. Lighting is pretty dope though.
What is it? I think I've just found out what they're hiding down here.
Jeez, so many people locked up. That is horrific.
It's a tomb.
You are gonna tell me what I want to know.
Oh, okay, they're dead. I thought they were just in stasis. Is that the right word for it? Just being trapped in liquid?
I'm sorry, Leia, I really am. You did this to yourself.
Help! Help! Somebody help!
I was told it cannot wait.
Bro, what? Saved unexpectedly.
I'm sorry to intrude. I understand that you're leading the hunt for the network they call the Path.
Just speak.
I was stationed on Rapusa when the hunt began.
Oh man, she is making the right move at every turn. I have a feeling when she goes back in that room, Leia's gonna be gone.
I found evidence before the escape.
Impressive. Unless, of course, you're lying.
Oh, here we go. This is gonna be sick. Oh, this is awesome. I love the lightsaber in the darkness. Yo, what a moment right there. They could not have done that in a cooler way. He got here faster than I thought he could. Oh gosh, dang it, got so close. Tala's gonna be screwed if they get found out as well.
Take her to interrogation.
It's him.
Tala, we're in the open.
Oh nice, I was worried he just sold her out right there. Love that he's got his lightsaber out ready for action. This is some good Obi-Wan action that I've been waiting for, man. Let's go. Looks like his old self. You love to see it. Gonna need to be on his A game all the way till their escape.
Man the window!
Get her out of here!
He's putting in work right now. He better not get stuck here, though. Unless he just floods it to save themselves, and the rest of them get stuck. That was sick. Annihilated them all. Man, slowly getting back to his old strength.
Put this on. This way.
Oh, come on, man. That looks mad suspicious. There's so much danger around here.
A child and an old man. Was it worth it?
There is no way they can take them all on. Maybe they'll have some backup or something. Yes, let's go. Just what I was hoping for. Couldn't have had better timing. Man, they're gonna wipe out practically this whole facility by the end of this. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, thank goodness. Every time she is right up against them, she loses them at the last second.
Destroy them!
Alright, right behind you.
Shoot, that was a pretty impressive shot right there, though, to at least take one of them out. Man died valiantly. Oh my gosh, I love that we heard his voice before the cut.
I will tolerate your weakness no longer.
I put a tracker on the ship. Soon the location of the network and Kenobi will be ours.
Wait, did she do that? When did that happen? Because it would have to have been when they landed there in just a few seconds.
Where's Wade?
Guess you're soldiers now after all.
Did they show Wade to us in the other scene? Because I was just about to say they should have had some more interactions with Wade or something at the base. That would make this moment a lot more impactful. That's the tracker. Okay, that's actually 1,000 IQ play. I never would have expected it. It was such a little moment before that she was handling that droid. It looked like they had a decent setup there before, but no way there's enough firepower to stop a full-on attack from the Empire, especially if Vader joins them, which if there's a chance of Kenobi being there, he obviously would. I'm very curious how they're going to end this season as well. They obviously don't have to really put an end to any certain arcs, except maybe the third sister and the rest of the Inquisitors, because obviously the original trilogy completes most of the arcs.
Ah, there you are.
Was beginning to think you weren't coming, Master.
Then maybe I stand more of a chance this time.
Yes, we finally see him without all the effects and the costume.
Then let's begin.
This is great. I'm so glad we get to see him. Oh, that was an amazing cut right there. Loved that. Apparently Vader's still thinking about that a lot.
It is my great honor to be invited aboard, Lord Vader.
I am not interested in civilities. Where is he?
He's arriving on Jabeam as we speak.
You have done well, Grand Inquisitor.
Even if Vader gives you props like that, you always still gotta be afraid of him. Just takes one small move to end up on his bad side.
Haja, what are you doing here?
Right after I saw you, I got into a fight with that scary Lady Inquisitor.
Nice, what a thing to call her. I'm glad we see him again, though. Could use all the help we can get.
Get ready for dust off. Leave anything you don't need.
Man, what a cool shot right there. Here we go, already happening. They move quick.
An Imperial destroyer just arrived in orbit above us.
She must have tracked us.
It's Vader. He'll attack next. He hasn't the patience for a siege.
How do you know?
Nice, great cut. Obi-Wan knows him better than anybody in the galaxy.
You grow too aggressive, Anakin. Be mindful.
Mercy doesn't defeat an enemy, Master.
So amazing how he looks exactly like he did pretty much in the prequels. Hasn't missed a step. Dang, that is so many troops. He really brought everybody here. Loving the music. Okay, it's just her. I thought maybe Vader himself was gonna show up. I feel like if he really wants Kenobi, it'd be smart for him to get down here. Leaves room for error.
You know, I was following orders on Gorel. There were 4 families, 4 sensitive. We gathered them up. 14 people died, and 6 of them were children. And I couldn't do anything to help them. Now I do this.
Hey, respect to her. She's already made a massive difference. That'd be enough to change anybody's mind witnessing that.
We're in trouble. I don't know how long it's gonna hold.
That door is gotta be one of the strongest in the galaxy if it's still held up. It's gotta be made with 100% flex tape.
If this is you stalling for time, it won't work. Lord Vader will have you at any cost.
You mean Anakin? You knew who Vader was. How did you know that?
Oh, here we go. Finally getting some answers. Very interested to know why.
And you're too young to have known him.
Unless you were there. The night of Order 66, you were a youngling. You saw him.
Stop.
Oh, fascinating. Figured that out quick. That's a pretty cool backstory for her. I'm shocked that she would be loyal to him after that.
We thought he was there to help us.
Shoot, bro, liking this editing, but that would be such a traumatic thing to witness. I wonder if she could potentially be turned then.
When he left, I played dead, hid with the bodies. They were the only family I knew, and he slaughtered them.
You're not serving him, are you? You're hunting him.
Whoa, I did not expect that reveal to come so quick. She's doing a convincing job. I never would have guessed.
Where were you while he was killing my friends? He was your Padawan. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us? I don't need your help.
Shoot, man. Hitting Obi-Wan with some tough questions as well. Seems more of an ends justify the means type of thing, though, if she's participating in the killing. Already, man, Stormtrooper aim coming in big time handy. Just as I thought, though, we're getting a bit of a war here. Oh, finally a casualty. I was shocked it took that long for one of them to get hit, because it looks like they've taken out a good amount of the Stormtroopers. Whoa, what a hit right there. Toss that dude. Oh, are we really gonna lose her as well? Feel sad for the droid too. Oh man, that sucks. There's been a lot of valiant droids in the Star Wars universe.
May the Force be with you.
Dang, paid the ultimate price. Came in clutch one last time. Sad to see her go.
There's no way out, Master. Admit you are beaten.
What's wrong?
It's over.
I love the way they're using that sequence intermittently during the show, or during the episode.
He expects me to surrender. He knows I'll do everything I can to protect these people.
Archer, look out for her, will you?
Oh, man's getting a lot of responsibility this episode. Bold move to go unarmed.
Inform Lord Vader. Kenobi is ours.
You're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you.
Love the change on her face right there. Boss line. Can't wait for them to meet up again. Oh man, I bet it was so much fun for those two to be in a room acting together again.
Your weapon's gone. It's over.
Your need for victory, Anakin, it blinds you.
So happy Hayden Christensen got another shot.
Leia! Oh, well done.
Where's Tala?
Move, let's go!
Come on.
Oh gosh, are you serious? Man had been entrusted with all that goods, already lost something. All those goods, I guess I should say. Yo, what power? Are you kidding me? Stopping a ship that massive? Oh, they played him. That was an impressive show of force, though. My gosh, Vader's a beast.
You're a great warrior, Anakin, but you'll need to prove yourself as your undoing.
Been the same pattern his whole life, until the end at least. She's gonna try it right now. No way she succeeds.
He was wise to use you against me.
Oh, she messed up big time. She's gonna get handled by Vader. Dude's beating her without a saber, just showing off now. Yes, about time we get this usage of it again. So freaking cool. I love that we're getting a full-on duel and that it's taken a bit. I was worried it was going to be over quick. So awesome watching him at full strength. We're gonna see her fate pretty soon here, I think. Dang, man, that's rough. Love the editing back and forth, though. Not the direction I was thinking her character was gonna go.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling?
Hello, third sister.
What? What a reveal! Are you kidding me? How's that possible? Vader freaking played her.
Kenobi, are you listening to me?
Something's wrong.
Here we go. I guess it was more significant than I was thinking that he dropped that. Thankfully, she got it and not Vader.
If he's learned of the children, well, in Tatooine, Owen, help the boy.
What is it?
Oh no, we cannot afford for somebody else to learn that. At least she is kind of a good person now, we know that. Nice closing shot right there. Does that mean we're gonna get to see a little bit of young Luke in the next episode for the finale? That would be pretty fun. Has been nice to see a little bit more Leia in this show though, since obviously Luke is at the forefront of the original trilogy. Didn't get to spend as much time with Leia and see her history. I kind of wish though that they revealed to us, well, I think it's just an issue of the season being so short, because I do like that we had to wait a little bit to know the third sister's true history and her relationship with Vader, but I wish we waited a little bit longer after that for there to be kind of a showdown between her and Vader, because it would have felt a little bit more significant when we've had the chance for that information to stew in our minds a little bit. But it was still a fun showdown for sure. Loved getting to see Hayden Christensen in his regular self though this time.
Something you want to say?
I have something to say.
Wait your turn. You can have what's left when I'm done.
Yo, she's mad undercover. What? We got to this point quick. She moves very fast.
I'm looking for a farmer named Owen.
There you go. I have no idea what she's going to do. There's no way she's doing this to kill Luke or something. Maybe use it as a way to get back in Vader's presence.
Howdy. What do you need, kid?
We need a new belt for the speeder.
Certain somebody broke the last one.
Man, finally young Luke speaks. Love getting to see him.
Owen, there's something you need to know.
No, wait, you can't just leave me here.
I'm the one that Vader wants.
Abrupt cut right there. Some sketchy stuff happening. I feel like him going to Owen right there, though, means he didn't tell Reva where to find him.
I have to face him, Master. Whether he dies or I do, this ends today.
Are you ready?
Oh, I really thought we were gonna get him. If there's any time for us to see Qui-Gon, it's the last episode.
We're tracking him in an escape craft. There's one life form aboard.
That's him.
We cannot prioritize one lone Jedi.
Not just any Jedi.
Love it. They are so focused on each other. Cannot see anything else. All the red lights are on. That means it's business time. She's taken after Kenobi a bit with this cloak. This is some awesome stuff right here. Love the way they're shooting this. I really thought that Vader was just going to be a small cameo when I started the show, but he's featured a lot.
Have you come to destroy me, Obi-Wan?
I will do what I must.
Hey, nice. That's his classic pose, right? Or it looks familiar at least. Oh, love these shots, man. Awesome stuff. The music going off too. At least Obi-Wan's doing a bit better this time than he was in episode 3, which I think that's the episode they fought before, right? Man, just started shooting. I can't blame him though. If a Inquisitor's in your place, you don't want to take any chances. There's some sick stuff, a lot of lightsaber action going on. What more could you want? Obi-Wan's a bit more agile in this fight than he is in episode 4, A New Hope, that's for sure.
Your strength has returned, but the weakness still remains.
Man, Vader's force powers are just on a whole nother level. I feel like still.
That is why you will always lose.
Oh my gosh, bro. I was just about to say, I feel like even still he's just toying with Obi-Wan. Most powerful in the galaxy, that's for sure.
Did you truly think that you could defeat me? You have failed, Master.
How the tables have turned. He had the high ground in that moment. It was a great fight right there. Bit of a similar result to the first time, though.
You really love the boy, like he's your own.
He is my own.
I'm so curious what her real motivation is here. She better tell him quick before somebody dies.
What do you want?
Justice.
Oh, okay. I think I finally get it now. If she kills Luke, she's basically just reversing the cycle of Anakin killing the younglings by killing one of his own. Probably took me a bit longer to figure that out than most people. Nice, love these moves. Surprised he was able to sneak back up on him. Pretty impressive show of force. I'm not sure how I feel about that shot though. Feels a little bit anime style. Not that that's a bad thing, just very different from what I'm used to in Star Wars. Dang, the tables really turned that quickly. I really thought if Obi-Wan did get out, he'd just go into hiding like we see in episode 4. Didn't think he'd actually beat him. Dude, Obi-Wan completed a season's worth of redemptive arc in just a few minutes, coming back out and beating him.
Anakin.
Man, it's a rough seeing him like that, but I love the half helmet look that we got going on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anakin, for all of it.
I am not your failure.
Obi-Wan.
You didn't kill Anakin. I did.
Some great lines right here. Ewan McGregor, one actor, he got me feeling it a bit there.
The same way I will destroy you.
Then my friend is truly dead. Goodbye, Darth.
Actually called him Darth right there. Dang, this is good stuff right here, though. I wish this was the tone of the entire season. It has had some heavier moments, but I feel like there's been a lot of levity as well. Maybe that's just me. Well, I will say that fight was definitely great. Quite enjoyed it. I don't know if she's gonna be able to go through with it. Despite everything she's done, I don't think she's truly evil.
Luke! Luke! I'll look in the Dune Sea. We'll search till we find him.
Ben!
Looks like she's carrying him, hopefully in one piece. Well, obviously in one piece. He's in the original trilogy. I guess it was pretty suspenseful for them, but we've experienced the other movies, so it wasn't too suspenseful for me. Glad he's alright.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I failed him. He killed them all and I couldn't do it.
You haven't failed them by showing mercy. You have given them peace.
No better person to console you like that than Obi-Wan. He's seen it all.
Have I become him?
You've chosen not to. Who you become now, it is up to you.
Very interesting, so I guess she just lives on. I think I saw somebody mention the Inquisitor's story is resolved in Rebels, I think it was. I don't know if that's all of them or her specifically or what it is.
The probes are tracking every system within range. We will destroy everything in our path until he is found.
You seem agitated.
Yo, I was hoping we might get to see him. Looking as wrinkly as ever.
Perhaps your feelings for your old master have left you weakened.
Kenobi means nothing. I serve only you.
Oh, great stuff. Would have been really cool to see him in person, but I'll take anything I can get.
If I'm going to do this, I'm going to want to change a few things.
Then let's change things together.
So who is it today? More cousins?
Not exactly.
Hey, love it. Gotta return the droid. Can't end the show till that happens. Glad we get one last reunion.
When I said before that I didn't know your parents, you are wise, kind-hearted. These are qualities that came from your mother, but you're also passionate and fearless, and these are gifts from your father.
Oh, this is good stuff right here. Love the lines, but anytime classic Star Wars music plays, instantly gets me emotional.
Will I ever see you again?
Maybe, if you ever need help from a tired old man. No one must know, or it could endanger us both.
Goodbye.
This is kind of sad because I don't really know if they ever do meet up again. They really may never, because obviously she was asking for his help but never got to him in episode 4.
You know, you were right. He just needs to be a boy. The future will take care of itself. Take good care of him.
You want to meet him?
Nice, gonna give him the toy. This is gonna be awesome.
Hello there.
Nice, man. Classic Obi-Wan line. It's the only proper way to greet somebody. Yo, finally we may actually get to see Qui-Gon. I was worried it wasn't gonna happen.
Well, took you long enough.
Beginning to think you'd never come.
I was always here, Obi-Wan. You just were not ready to see. Come on. You've got a ways to go.
Oh man, that warms my heart so much. That's awesome. We got a moment with him. Even though he was only in one movie, left a big impact. Cool last shot right there. That was a very enjoyable finale episode. I loved a lot of the things they did there. There's a lot of good nostalgia tactics some shows or movies or franchises use, but nothing can beat Star Wars nostalgia for me. And I feel like sometimes it may lean pretty heavily towards the nostalgia instead of just focusing on unique or new stories per se, but it's hard for me to complain about that stuff when it comes to the franchise because I love it so much. But it ends off at a point that I guess isn't too surprising because, as I talked about at the end or during one of the other episodes, it wasn't like they were going to wrap up all these story arcs that the original trilogy was going to do, which I guess in a way could call into question the necessity for the series to even exist, because I don't feel like it really changes too much, and surprisingly I don't feel like it really adds too much context to certain things or even adds much to the relationship between Obi-Wan and Vader / Anakin that we didn't already have from the original trilogy and then episode 4. Not to say that I didn't enjoy a number of things from the series, but it would have been better if there was a bit more significance with the characters and the relationships, I guess you could say. But it's definitely a hard thing to do when their stories are already so developed and fleshed out in the movies. And so can't put too much pressure, I guess, on the writers for not necessarily adding too much more when it's almost impossible to at this point. Well, my most anticipated Disney Plus show since the streaming service was kind of first announced has finally ended, and while the show and this last episode in particular did give me a lot of things that I really enjoyed, overall it wasn't quite the experience that I was hoping for. It didn't give me everything I wanted, but I just want to talk about some of the positives, some of the neutral stuff, some of the negatives, just give you my overall thoughts now that the series has ended, and I highly doubt they're ever going to make a season 2 because there's really not too much you can add at this point unless you dive into one of the other characters like Reva specifically, do a series on her or something, although I'm not exactly sure where you could go with that. But let's focus on the things that I thought were positives in this series first. Obviously, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan is just awesome. He is so fun to watch in that role, and he fit in so naturally once again playing that character. Felt like he had never stopped playing him, even though it's been quite a few years since the prequel trilogy, but throughout the series he was nailing all the scenes, and I really loved the emotional moments we got with him in this final episode. And beyond him, I think all of the familiar characters that we got, at least who were being played by actors or actresses who had already been in their roles, I thought were really great. Obviously, Hayden Christensen was a nice surprise seeing him again, and I thought he did a great job with a little bit of material that he was given. And Vader as a whole was just the right amount of terrifying in the episodes that he was heavily featured in, and I was pleasantly surprised how much he was in the show. I was thinking it was just going to be a little small portion, wasn't exactly sure the direction they were going to take it, but I really appreciated his addition, and obviously his and Obi-Wan's relationship ended up being the driving force for the story of the show. And maybe the other biggest positive for me in the show was definitely the soundtrack, and that pretty much is a consistent across all Star Wars content. The music always knocks it out of the park, especially when they bring in some familiar tracks and themes mixed in with a little bit of new stuff, and so really really enjoyed listening to the soundtrack. I also thought the production design and the costuming and all of that was really great as well, especially given the variety that we got in this series. Finally got to explore quite a bit in this, which was awesome. Got some varied locations on Tatooine, obviously very familiar, but got a city planet, got some great Imperial locations that were really awesome to spend some time in, and so I appreciated the scope of the show. And as far as the neutral stuff goes, unfortunately, I feel like I would put the overall story and the script in the neutral area. As I was talking about during the credits, the overall existence of the show is somewhat questionable, because I was talking about it doesn't really change too much or add too much context to the different characters or things that happen in future movies. Not that it makes it worse or anything like that, it just kind of is there without providing too much else, at least for me, in my opinion. But that's obviously with the existing characters that we got, which obviously it was kind of focused on. It obviously added some new characters, some interesting storylines with some of them. Tala and Rev are kind of the two main ones. Tala I thought was a pretty good side character for the most part, but I felt like they were kind of trying to build her up to be more than what the script was actually making her, which was just an alright side character that kind of helped out with some of the missions, because the depth to her character didn't really feel all that well fleshed out and felt somewhat generic in my opinion. They just kind of glossed over in one conversation her history and her motivation, maybe two conversations I guess if you count some of the initial ones, but I still think she was a pretty good character, and I like the actress that portrays her. She did a good job in that role. And in regards to Reva, I feel like she falls maybe a little bit more in the negative category for me, not because of the actress. I think she's a pretty good actress, but I am not necessarily sold on her being a major villain character, which is what she was for pretty much the whole show up until the end and some of the stuff in the last episode as well. Nothing against the actress at all, of course. I just feel like there's some actors and actresses who don't necessarily fit the vibe of villainous characters. I think if they really wanted to use that actress, they should have revealed her history to us sooner, because the whole time I never really felt super intimidated by her character. I felt more intimidated by the Grand Inquisitor, but I think that's partially because of his character design. It's more out there and alien, which automatically gives you a bit more of a leg up in the intimidation factor. But even the inclusion of her story and the focus on it a lot of the time, I feel like at times distracted from the Obi-Wan and the Leia stuff that I feel like they really should have focused exclusively on, in my opinion, in this show. But I think part of that just comes down to there only being 6 episodes, which I feel like that format just needs to be done away with, in my opinion, because a lot of the time it really limits what some of these shows can do with their material. I feel like in some cases it can work if it's just a limited series or like a brand new character or something like that. Like in Moon Knight, for example, we got all new characters and it really felt removed from the MCU as a whole, and so I think it worked as kind of a limited series, and they also did a good job writing the show. But this is included in such an expansive universe that's established with such familiar and loved characters that what they were trying to do with it just doesn't work, in my opinion, as a limited series. They really needed to bump it up by a few more episodes, and I think that really would have helped by giving it a little bit more of a nuanced feel in certain areas, getting to spend a bit more time in certain areas and with certain characters. Some things may not have felt as rushed, because as much as I love Boba Fett and The Mandalorian, if they can give the Book of Boba Fett 7 episodes, they certainly can give Obi-Wan Kenobi at least that many episodes, if not more. And so I'm not exactly sure why his character got the short end of the stick. But then on the flip side, I guess the argument against that could be that it never really felt like the writers of the show necessarily knew where they were going with the story, so it may not have worked out if they had given him more episodes to work with, if they couldn't even necessarily handle 6, because Reva at the end, and almost even in this last episode, her stuff with Luke, felt like the writers thought, oh, we need to have some more drama or need to have something to tie together some stories or add some connections, have a reason for Obi-Wan to go back to Tatooine and Luke, and so let's have Reva chase down Luke for a 20-minute sequence or however long it was, even though every person on the planet knew that nothing was going to actually happen to Luke, and so it just felt like they were just padding for time with that sequence. And so it's kind of disappointing, I guess, the ways in which the show let me down a little bit, because I was thinking this was going to be their big event show, that they were just going to make it perfect, or as perfect as possible, considering Obi-Wan is one of the biggest characters in all of Star Wars. But it did give me a few great scenes, and overall it was a fun time seeing them reprise their roles, and so hopefully you enjoyed watching along with me for the show, and I'm still looking forward to whatever Star Wars content they've got coming out next. I'm not exactly sure what we're getting first, if it's Ahsoka or Andor, but I think both of those prospects for storylines are really exciting, and so if you did enjoy, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, and of course full-length reactions are available on Patreon, link for that in the description below. And as always, really looking forward to your thoughts on the series as well, your positives, your negatives, your neutral aspects, and until the next show, really look forward to seeing you all later. May the Force be with you.